This afternoon I'm going to talk about making digital fabric designs with our collective East London Textile Arts. Now this project was a project with the River Roading Trust about the river roading, and in particular we were focusing on invasive creatures, one of which is the parakeet, the green parakeet, which is everywhere in London now. It became an incredibly colourful array of parrots. What happened was each person did one cockatoo or parrot, and with each parrot were some different leaves. So we have oak, willow. When people had finished their embroideries, they were photographed, and then on the computer, the background was taken out of the photographs. And then with those photographs, I made a pattern. But what is very important in making a fabric is having an all-over pattern, so having some kind of image for the background. And this circle was in fact a drawn and watercolour circle that was a design for a project about Dorset buttons. And I thought that would be a very good background to show off both the parrots and their twigs on which they were standing. Then again, something else it seemed was needed, and so we added the butterflies. And these are butterflies that were embroidered, I think, for a previous project with Epping Forest. What is interesting, when you are a collective of embroiderers working in the community, gradually over a time you assemble this huge library of embroideries which can be utilised to make all sorts of different designs. And the other thing to think about is what scale you want your images. When I'm designing a fabric, I confer with Sonia about the scale of the repeat, which has to be right for the different purposes of, say, a gown or a blouse or a bag. And we spend quite some time actually trying different scales out till we get one we feel would work best for that garment. These parrots, I think, are very slightly larger than the size they were embroidered at. And here you can see another design where they were much smaller. So you can see where you want a big, bold top. It's wonderful to have the design on a bigger scale, but that wouldn't work so well on a scarf, which is much more elegant when the repeat is smaller. So when you make the repeat smaller, you can't see the stitches. See here how clear the stitches are. You know that it is a design made from embroideries, and here they are, clear on the leaves, just about on the yellow of the parrot, and you just have a feeling of stitch on the butterflies. But if you come down to this arrangement, this scale, the sense of the parrots being embroidered is much less. And once you get to the images of the butterflies, you can hardly tell if they were embroidered or painted. And here you can see there's a blackberry bush and another kind of tree. And so that's two quite different designs from the same project. The other thing you will notice is that the colourful parrots have been omitted from this design, which is much more green on a pink background. Here we have the same image of the parrot as on the big top, but on a bag, again, you want your repeat to be much smaller and maybe simpler, so the background is different. This is an earring that was made on the project with pearl beads, which I think offsets the parrots very beautifully. And here again, we have just got one parrot. This again is designed with these plain areas of fabric which show off the kind of delicate patterning of that design.